Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The ceremony will begin shortly, so please bear in mind the following points. In the event of an emergency, the ceremony ushers will instruct you on what to do and will guide you from the hall if necessary. Can I ask you to keep the aisles clear when the students are invited onto the stage? And can you please check that you have turned off your mobile phones? The ceremony will be recorded, and in the event that you have to leave the hall and feel unable to return, the ceremony will be shown live in the bar area. And finally, please be aware that there will be flash photography throughout the ceremony. And please now, can I ask you to stand for the arrival of the platform party? Thank you.
Good morning and welcome to this graduation ceremony. As Pro-Rector Learning and Teaching, I will be introducing the speakers and the different stages of the ceremony. Please remain standing whilst the proclamation is read out. This will firstly be in Cornish.
Rebo Gavedis, de Siliol and Colgi Universita, Drezedu, Cantelians Colgi Universita Falmouth, Gen Autorita Roeth Governance Colgi Universita Falmouth, and Cantelians Ma, Aveth Grays Malbos Amichias Kebmas Edisgiblum, Avi Examiners ha Kevis Worthy, the Gawas Aga Degrees, De Virtue Gustidians a Waller Leis and Colgi Universita, Waller Autorita Roeth Governance and Colgi Universita, Avi Comples Kens, Thera Mutarivas, Durego Cantelians Ragrontians Pojo Deskis, Kefries a Pojarol, Agrontians Keskawethians Avri, Theraniacolia Sawinians Arima, as Okawas Aga Degrees, and Cantelians Ma, a Dry the Gaho, and Charge the Gavadanis Beris and Colgi Universita, the Radtengi, the Wheelus and Liskebmum, the Wheelus and Pethi Gwel and Pubtra, a Camerus Weath again Bess. Let it be known to all members of the University College that today in Falmouth, Cornwall, a congregation of University College Falmouth is taking place. Under the authority of the University College's Articles of Government, this congregation meets to receive those students who, by the virtue of their studies, have been approximately examined according to the statutes of the University College and found worthy of their degrees. By the authority of the aforementioned University College's Articles of Government, I declare this congregation open for the conferment of academic and other awards and the award of honorary fellowship. We celebrate the success of those who graduate in this congregation, and in doing so, remind them of their responsibility to share in the values of the University College. It is for them to seek, through their achievements, to serve the common good, to strive for excellence in all things, and care for the future of our world.
Please be seated. I would now like to invite Dame Mary Keegan, a member of the Board of Governors, to open the proceedings.
As a member of the Board of Governors, I am delighted to welcome you all, honoured guests, graduands, parents, partners, friends and family, and formally to open this graduation ceremony. Today, under the powers granted to the University College Falmouth to award university degrees and honorary awards, we confer degrees on you, the graduands, in recognition of your achievements in completing your chosen course of study here in Falmouth. At Falmouth, we are distinctly proud of the distance we have travelled and what we have achieved and are continuing to achieve as a university. Our vision is broad and embracing. We are equally justifiably proud of the achievements of our students, many of whom have already distinguished themselves in international competitions and will continue to make great strides through the years. We take great pleasure in seeing our graduands come forward today and collect their well-deserved awards. This is a great opportunity for all of us here to enjoy at first hand the unique Cornish cultural environment, which contributes so much to the development of the creative talent that we encourage in our students. For the moment, we live in an uncertain economy. We cannot wish the economic uncertainty away. However, you are now qualified in a discipline which feeds the creative industries of this country and beyond. The new world economic order places a premium on those with superior creative skills. At Falmouth, it remains our determination to ensure that all of our graduates will be in the forefront of those with these most needed skills. The college itself continues to grow and also to change. As a Board of Governors, we have to be sure that Falmouth is able to respond to dramatic changes in the world of higher education. We have to be confident in our abilities to be fit for purpose in a world where there are new competitive pressures on all higher education institutions. Our purpose is to go beyond that and to progress in our ambition to be one of the world's leaders in arts education. Thank you for putting your faith in us. You can be sure that an award from Falmouth will be something that you can take with pride into the future. Today may mark the end of your formal education here, but not the links that bind you to University College Falmouth. We have great faith in you, and we will want to know of your successes. Thank you.
I would like to invite the first group of graduands to the stage, and Julian Rodriguez, Head of the Department of Media, and Professor Jason Whitaker, Head of the Department of Writing, to announce the names of the graduands.
Rector, I have the honour to present the following graduands who have satisfied the requirements to be awarded a Bachelor of Arts degree with honours in digital animation. Insa Birch. Daniel Emerson. Kai Fraser. Liam Fraser. Darian Gibson. Hugh Herbert. Joseph Hill. Greta Hoyer. Chloe Ingram Gooden. Luke Jefferson. Jacob Jones. Nigel Kitts. Andrew Luck. Ryan Mace. Alan Matthewman. Charlie Minion. Miguel Mitchell da Silva. Alice Nightingale. Sean Ross. Oliver Skillman Wilson. Thomas Spettel. Emily Stone. Jackson Taylor. Georgios Timvios.
Rector, I have the honour to present the following graduands who have satisfied the requirements to be awarded a Bachelor of Arts degree with honours in journalism. Christine Alford. Julian Badger. Samuel Batt. Danielle Birtles. Hannah Croker. Charlotte Derry. Christina Endresen. Amy Evans. Francesca Geary. Emma Hayes. Joseph Hollick. Edward Hurst. Tess Engelhardt. Daniel Lemos. Joseph Lentane. Natasha Loader. Andrew Loxley. Jamie Mackenzie Smith. Thomas Mitchell. Mary Meyer. Tiffany Naylor. Emily Nicholas. Polly O'Gorman. Natalie Palmer. Sean Parry. Ian Perkins. Gabrielle Pryor. George Richardson. Emma Roberts. Jack Sloan. Emily Smith. Matthew Smiley. Emily Trant. Rector, I have the honour to present the following graduates who have satisfied the requirements to be awarded a Bachelor of Arts degree with honours in Public Relations. Emma Clooney. Joanna Kuraki. Charlotte Ling. Charlotte Noble. Sinead Pearce. Zofia Regini. Natalie Venning. Magdalena Zakara. Rector, I have the honour to present the following graduates who have satisfied the requirements to be awarded a Master of Arts in Creative Advertising. Elijah Ahi. Kyle Borlase. Nicholas Brooks. Benedict Buswell. Paul Clinton. Joseph Dennett. Celine Desaint. Ana do Canto e Castro Sene de Fanesca. Stephen Frith. Laureen Graham. Clinton Harding. Juliet Kent. Sarah Young Headlong. Michael Nagy. Daniel Aparison. Stephen Parsons. Shubit Saxena. Ben Street. Harriet Whitehorn. Mark Wilson. Rector, I have the honour to present the following graduates who have satisfied the requirements to be awarded a Master of Arts in International Journalism. Alexander Orcutt. Lucy Bickerton. Rebecca Noble. Iqbal Yousafzai. Rector, I have the honour to present the following graduates who have satisfied the requirements to be awarded a Master of Arts in Multimedia Broadcast Journalism. James Horrell. Claire Jones. Rector, I would also like us to celebrate those graduates who have today received their degrees in absentia. Claire Salisbury.
I now invite Nigel Kinkham, Programme Leader of English and Writing, to read the eulogy to Nathan Strange, a BA Honours English with Media Studies student.
It was the darkest day. Well, it's a well-known fact that students don't do TRMO on this sort of day. You know the ones I mean. Horizontal rain, gale force winds, late buses, steamy buses. You get up to uni in the dark, you leave uni in the dark. Anyway, it was a 9:30 tutorial. I shouldn't be cynical, I know, but I wasn't expecting a great turnout this day. But there stood Nathan outside my office, drenched, windswept, and smiling. He had questions, answers, and questionable answers. This boy had been thinking. I hadn't yet had a coffee, though. This is no way to start a Monday morning, I thought to myself, on the mountain of TRMO. but it's one of the best ways to start the day as a lecturer. Nathan was passionate about his research and hungry to find out the answer to his quandaries. Noam Chomsky rocks Nige. I love him, he's a god, he said. After many attempts to explain the transcendental signifier, which is enough to challenge anyone on any good day, we agreed over coffee that there must be more to discover, and that this may be the beginning of a long chain of thought, and that perhaps knowledge itself could be, in fact, infinite. In fact, the more you know, the more there is to know. There before me sat a chap who had discovered the joy of knowledge. Nathan had passion and conviction. Perhaps this Noam Chomsky person was a god, to Nathan at least. Nathan certainly found some kind of epiphany and revelation from him. Whatever this philosopher was, he seemed to have the answer to Nathan's question that he'd been seeking at that time. And who am I to deny that blissful moment of satisfaction? Nathan was a man who wanted to explain himself and wanted to make sense of where he was in the world and the universe. He convinced me that the paper cup we drank our coffee from was part of the problem and the solution. I would say, this Chomsky person knew, like, this American with a bee in his bonnet. Did you realize that? He said, but I'm enlightened, Nige. I don't care. And so he was. Nathan Strange was enlightened, and he enlightened me, and I'll never forget him for that. Something we should learn from Nathan's theoretical hero, Noam Chomsky, and something all of us in this room should remember from time to time. Education must provide the opportunities for self-fulfillment. It can, at best, provide a rich and challenging environment for the individual to explore his own way. Nathan did just that, explored and articulated his way. He was and always be a light to brighten my darkest day at Tremeau. I'm proud of you, Nathan, and it was an absolute pleasure knowing you. Ladies and gentlemen, guests, I have the honour of inviting Gaynor and Gary Strange to the stage to formally receive Nathan's degree.
I now invite Professor Jeff Smith, Deputy Rector, to announce the prizes.
Pirate FM supports a student awards scheme in recognition of Alan Holden's outstanding contribution to radio in Cornwall. This award promotes excellence and individuality in broadcasting and journalism. Rector, I would like to invite Tristan Hunkin, Head of News at Pirate FM, onto the stage to receive and congratulate this year's winner, Claire Salisbury, who has been selected for the Alan Holden Award. The Newsmakers PR and Reputations Manager Award is given to the student who is the best newsroom journalist of the year. The award is presented by Amanda Sandland Taylor, a former student of the MA Broadcast Journalism course here at Falmouth, in recognition of how Falmouth contributed to her success in the media industry. Rector, I would like to invite Amanda, Director of Newsmakers PR, onto the stage to receive and congratulate this year's winner, James Horrell, who has been awarded the Newsmaker PR and Reputations Manager Award. Falmouth would like to thank all of its student mentors for the enormous amounts of enthusiasm, time and effort you have given in your role. You should be proud to know that many new students were so much happier coming to University College Falmouth and embarking on a new chapter in their lives because of the huge efforts you made to make them feel welcome and part of something even before they arrived. Through your mentoring role, you have made a real difference to many of your mentees' first year here at Falmouth, providing support and friendship and helping to make it the best experience it could possibly be. Here's a typical comment. My mentor has been exceptional in their role, and without him I probably wouldn't even be here in Falmouth. He has done his utmost in providing the professional manner of a mentor and an exceptional friend. We would like to extend a heartfelt thank you to you all from the university and the mentor coordinating team who have had the privilege to work with such committed and enthusiastic mentors. If I could ask the student mentors now to stand, could we all please give them a well-deserved round of applause?
I now invite Professor Anne Carlisle, Rector and Chief Executive, to address the Assembly.
Chair, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, graduates. This is a day of celebration and great pride in the life of University College Falmouth, in the life of the graduates in front of me, and in the life of your family and friends. Now, I always feel a bit honoured and a lot humbled on these occasions because these events, of course, are rites of passage. They mark the end of one journey and the start of another. The transition from student learning to lifelong learning. They mark the moment that our graduates of 2012 embark on their first solo flight towards what I'm sure will be an absolutely brilliant career. Now, for the majority of you, the journey started 3 years ago, but whether it was more years or less years, today all of you finally stop being students and become graduates. Perhaps more importantly, you join a very exclusive club, which is Falmouth Alumni, and of course you become by far our greatest ambassadors. I very much hope that each and every one of you is proud to be a Falmouth graduate and to have studied in such an inspirational place that has been for so long associated with creative and cultural innovation and is now home to the second largest cultural and creative cluster in the United Kingdom. The span of over 110 years since the first students graduated from Falmouth has seen an institution transformed. This university college, which stands so confidently at the brink of its next phase of development, when we will assume the title of Falmouth University, is one that our first graduating students all those years ago could not have dreamt of. A growing and prospering Falmouth that is accomplished, dynamic, innovative, proud of its people, its creativity, its heritage. A Falmouth at the heart of both the culture and creative industries, respected for the quality of its graduates, regionally, nationally, and across the world. Originally founded as Falmouth Art School in 902, Falmouth has over its history grown from a very small art school of less than 200 students to 2012, a multi-arts university with over 3,500 full-time students studying art, design, media, performance, and writing programs. While we are very much one university, we are situated on two great campuses in Falmouth and Penryn. The historic Wood Lane campus is now home to fine art, graphics, illustration, fashion and performance sportswear. And in 1998, Falmouth acquired a large site at Penryn, which we have developed over 10 years with over £100 million worth of investment to produce an exemplary campus with facilities for photography, media, design, writing. And today, 2/3 of all Falmouth students are now housed there. An important landmark and chapter for us was the consequence of our merger with Dartington College of Arts in 2008, when they relocated to a £16 million purpose-built performance centre at Tremoe in October 2010. This enabled Falmouth to assume a very, very special place in the UK higher education landscape, as we uniquely of all institutions offer all the art forms in equal measure. The past 10 years, therefore, have been extraordinary for Falmouth. We've doubled in size, and the scale of what has been accomplished in such a short time allows us to embrace the future with well-based confidence and hope. Now, on special days like today, I think it's worth asking what makes Falmouth special, but much more importantly, what makes you, our graduates, special. Firstly, I'd like to say it's not only what we do, but it's how you do it. We are, of course, a community of scholars, but we're also a concentrated group of innovative thinkers, makers, and doers. Our educational philosophy is soundly built upon the Falmouth tradition of both making sure our students acquire very high-level skills, but also encouraging them to think laterally, be imaginative, take risks, go to the edge, be experimental, and also to be able to operate professionally across a range of disciplines. As a result, we produce highly employable and highly sought-after, professionally savvy graduates, with the expertise to be successful not only in the growing creative and cultural industries, but also with the flexibility and imagination to apply their creativity for the benefit of many, many other sectors. Also, through our research and the developments we are making there, managed through our Academy for Innovation and Research, we take great pride in our interdisciplinary research themes and approaches, which means we're able to work for the benefit of other sectors such as environment, energy, and health. I'm also extremely proud that we are not an educational ivory tower. We are very, very committed to playing our part in growing Cornwall, and we regard Cornwall's success as intrinsically linked to our own and vice versa. We are working with many agencies outside to develop spaces, studios and facilities to allow many more of our graduates to stay, if they want to successfully set up creative enterprises and businesses, so it doesn't finish when you graduate. Our future plans include developing even stronger links with the towns of Falmouth and Penryn, and we are looking to develop centres of excellence across both of our campuses and also resources beyond the gates of the university. Today, our outlook, of course, is increasingly international and very internationalised. We believe this diversification immeasurably enriches the student experience and will improve social mobility and make our graduates effective in global employment. Now, of course, graduates, we cannot at Falmouth claim all the credit for your journey up to this point. I would, though, like first to take the opportunity to record deep thanks to all our staff for their dedication and commitment to your success. But you know, as I do, there are also other special people who've been behind you, your family and friends. And in a million big and small ways, in quiet acts of support and generosity, and sometimes giving you a much-needed push, have provided the fabric and infrastructure upon which your individual success story is built. So I think today we should all thank those people who have supported the graduates on their academic journey. I know there are many people sitting out there in the audience who are both rightly very proud, but also possibly a little bit relieved that it's all over. So graduates, please stand, and I'd like you to give a round of applause to thank your parents, partners, family, and friends, without whose support you would not have achieved what you have today. Thank you very much. You can be seated. Now, of course, an event like a graduation, as I said at the beginning, is in one sense both an end and a beginning. I therefore want to leave you with the thoughts that are contained in a very beautiful poem by the English poet Christopher Logue, which was written in 1968. This poem is so fitting for Falmouth because here we are at the edge of Britain, but we are at the centre of creative and cultural innovation. The poem is entitled Come to the Edge. It is about courage, trust, and having faith in oneself and others. It is a poem that is built upon and records a dialogue between two voices, which perfectly mirrors the important relationship between master and pupil, tutor and tutee, between academic and student. It also beautifully describes the transformational journey our students make from their point of arrival with us as fledgling creatives to their moment of departure, which is today, when they literally launch themselves onto the world. Come to the Edge by Christopher Logue. Come to the edge, but we might fall. Come to the edge, but it's too high. Come to the edge. And they came, and we pushed, and they flew. So, graduating students, as you fly away from us today, on behalf of all my colleagues at University College Falmouth, I want to wish each and every one of you lots of excitement, lots of success, and lots of fun on your own creative journey. Thank you very much.
I now invite Professor Jeff Smith, Deputy Rector, to introduce our guest of honour, Anne Morrison.
Anne Morrison has been described as a BBC lifer, which sounds much more of a sentence than an achievement, but rising through the ranks of a highly creative organisation in the hyper-speed media world over the course of 30 plus years is a rare feat by any standard. But to thrive, rather than merely survive, a career of that sort of span takes a rare talent, and Anne has been described as an outstanding programme maker with a distinguished record at every level of programme management. But then to be liked, having risen inexorably through the organisational strata, is probably more exceptional still. What's that old adage about monkeys? The higher they climb, the more of their ugly bits you see. I'm going to leave that analogy there, but let me tell you, it doesn't apply to Anne Morrison. I've seen her in her workplace as a BBC director at White City in London, an unassuming hot desk in an endlessly open-plan space, and could feel the warmth and the respect within which she was so evidently held as she took me on a tour of her domain. Anne was educated in Belfast and at Cambridge University and became a BBC General Trainee in 1981. Following stints in Manchester, in current affairs, London, and in radio, she worked as a film director on Real Lives and then produced Holiday and Crime Watch UK, becoming series producer in 1988. As chief assistant of documentary features, she executive produced Rough Justice and Taking Liberties. She was appointed head of features in 1994, rising to become the BBC's controller of documentaries and contemporary factual in 2002, responsible for 1,000 staff and over £100 million in programme budgets. Under Anne's leadership, the department made shows as diverse as the drama documentary Dunkirk, investigations such as The Secret Policeman and Whistleblower, live events such as the Queen's Jubilee and Live 8, documentary strands One Life and Mischief, contemporary factual programmes such as What Not to Wear, Rogue Traders, Coast, Great Britain, and the relaunched Top Gear. She became controller of network production in 2006, then planned and oversaw the dramatic growth of BBC network television from Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. In 2009, Anne was appointed as the founding director of the BBC Academy, the corporation's centre for training and development. It houses the colleges of journalism, production, leadership, and the Centre of Technology, and its portfolio includes face-to-face courses, online resources, and development initiatives. As well as training BBC staff, the Academy works with the wider broadcasting industry on a commercial basis and also shares some resources for free. In her spare time, if you can imagine such a thing, Anne is, amongst other things, a board member of BAFTA, a member of the Council for Industry and Higher Education, and chair of the Skillset TV and Content Strategy Group. Sadly, the only guilty pleasure I've been able to unearth during my research on Anne is a penchant for uninhibited dancing. So if my colleagues wouldn't mind moving their chairs to the sides of the stage, and the stage manager could now lower the glitter ball. Graduates, ladies and gentlemen, honoured guests, I now invite Anne Morrison to address the Assembly.
Well, thank you very much. What an introduction. I'm delighted to be here on such an important special day for you all. And I'd like to add my congratulations to all of you on the academic success which is being recognised today. And like Anne, I want to pay tribute to all of the parents and supporters whose efforts have helped you along the way as well, because today marks a transition in their lives as well as yours. So now most of you graduating today are entering the world of work, or aspiring to. And as luck would have it, you're doing that in the middle of a recession, when many companies are laying people off rather than hiring, and when everyone seems to be looking for science or engineering graduates rather than arts, journalism, or media degrees. But don't despair. The world needs you, and I'm going to explain why. But first, I was thinking back to when I left university many years ago with my English degree. I'm sure that all of you graduating today are much more organised and focused and clear about what you want to do than I was back then. You certainly all look very impressive. I took stock of my interests at the time, which would be summarised as shopping, going to discos, as Jeff referred to, and watching television. So logically, I applied to be a retail trainee for jobs in television and as a disco organiser. Life could have been so very different. I sent out 47 different applications and I got 46 rejections. The one I got was the most competitive of all, one of 6 coveted places on the BBC's General Trainee Scheme, for which 6,000 people applied. I mention this because I wouldn't want anybody to be put off by rejection letters, or even ruder, no response at all. It's hardly ever to be taken personally, and you just have to train yourself not to mind. The job you applied for might not have been right for you anyway, while another one you weren't even considering comes along unexpectedly and it's perfect. You just have to seize the opportunities as they come and realise that the road to what you actually want to do may well be a zigzag one. So after my traineeship, I managed to persuade the BBC to give me a job as a documentary researcher on a series about Italy. Now, I may have slightly exaggerated my abilities in Italian because I found myself interpreting for the entire crew and conducting interviews on camera in Italian. This was a struggle, particularly with technical vocabulary. I remember interviewing an art restorer and thinking, why on earth is he talking about his parrot? He wasn't. But miraculously, the BBC kept me on, and 30 years later, I'm still there. You couldn't have that career nowadays. These days, the TV industry has a much more mobile workforce made up of short-term and freelance contracts. In the BBC Academy, the BBC's training arm, which I run, we aim now to prepare people for a lifetime of employability rather than for a job for life. And in a world like that, it can feel like you're in a buyer's market, particularly when you're trying to get in for the first time. But there are some factors which mean that the power balance is more even than you might expect. Most of the people running media companies have grown up in a very, very different world, don't forget. A world in which mobile phones and the internet, let alone social media, scarcely existed. They're running to catch up and get their heads round methods of interaction which you probably take for granted. You use on a daily basis the technology they've had to learn about and still aren't 100% confident about. Frighten them with what you know. Most of all, they conduct audience research in trying to understand exactly what young people want. You actually are the demographic that everyone wants to appeal to. You understand it from the inside. Some of the older people at the top of the industry have been known to bluff about how much of the modern connected multi-platform world they understand. Keep that quiet, you didn't hear it from me, okay? And you are exactly what they need if you can just persuade them of that fact. At least with the creative industries, you're targeting an area which is likely to expand, unlike many sectors of manufacturing or the financial sector. Britain punches magnificently above its weight in this area. As we think back on the wonderful Olympic summer which ended last weekend, it's not just the extraordinary sporting achievement which we'll remember, but that amazing tribute to the UK's musicians, designers, writers, filmmakers, and artists in the opening ceremony. If you're in the UK's creative industries, you're competing on a global stage, connected online to audiences and customers throughout the world. Ironically, this boosts local strength as well. When I was growing up in Belfast, it was very clear to me that I had to move to London to pursue a senior TV career. That's no longer the case now that TV production is better distributed all across the UK. In my previous job in the BBC, I was helping build up the TV industry outside London so that we don't see the world through the eyes of one city. You've had the privilege of studying in what, in my opinion anyway, is the most beautiful part of the UK, with a proud artistic and cultural tradition all of its own. You should have the option of staying and contributing to the creative industries right here without being sucked towards London. We've come to understand that diversity isn't just about ethnicity, gender, or disability. It's also about regional diversity and expressing the view of the world as seen from here. But inevitably, people scatter. And as you do, I'd say keep hold of the people you've got to know here that you enjoy working with, particularly those with complementary skills. Who knows, you may build a business together someday. Work doesn't have to be about getting a big employer to employ you. You can start something yourselves. But before you do, gain all the work experience you can and make the most of all the contacts you have. These are still industries which run probably too much on who you know rather than what you know. Be the kind of person that others want to work with, and you'll need to be pushy, but please do it with charm. And above all, creativity takes courage. In the immortal words of that well-known sage, Judy Garland, always be a first-rate version of yourself rather than a second-rate version of somebody else. Have a purpose that's bigger than you are and something you want to say to the world. Whether it's in a big way or a small, you can make a difference and add to the sum of good in the world. What makes me want to get up in the morning is finding and developing new talent and enabling people through the training that we do to blossom and flourish and be the best they can be. And that's a motivation which I've had not just within the BBC Academy, but in my 25-year programme-making career before this. So for some of you, this might be the end of your formal education, but it shouldn't be the end of learning. That goes on throughout life, and it's good advice to take jobs in which you're going to learn the most. If you frighten yourself a little every day and challenge yourself to get out of your comfort zone, you're likely to go far. We're in an incredibly fast-changing world, and the pace seems to be accelerating. In 5 years' time, you may be pursuing careers that haven't even been invented yet. In such an unpredictable world, it's true to say that things turn out for the best for people who make the best of the way things turn out. And I want to leave you with two quotations written many decades ago, but very relevant to these strange and unpredictable times. The first is from Ralph Waldo Emerson. "Do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." And the second is from Henry Stanley Haskins, who said, "What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters to what lies within us." So I'd say to all of you today, find your purpose within yourselves and blaze a trail with it. Thank you.
Thank you, Anne. A very clear message of opportunities and hope. I would now like to invite the outgoing FXU Students' Union President, Jamie Clark, to give his vote of thanks on behalf of the graduates present.
Good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, distinguished guests, and most importantly, graduates. It's fantastic to see so many people here despite 3 years of plentiful distractions. I'd just like to say a few words to celebrate and recognise your great achievement in being here today. I know it must seem like such a short time ago that you arrived here in Falmouth, and I know that I, for one, struggle to see where the time has gone. Yet despite this, your time here at Falmouth has seen you all grow into hugely talented and inspiring young, and not so young, creative individuals. While studying, you've been supported along the way by a wide variety of people, each with their own part to play in ensuring you had the best chance to succeed. I therefore wish to offer a vote of thanks to these people on behalf of the student body. All have supported us in one way or another over the years. Some have been very visible on a day-to-day basis, whilst others less so, yet all are equally essential to Falmouth's smooth operation. I would like to begin by thanking all the service support staff at both Wood Lane and Tremoe, without whom literally nothing would function. Our course leaders and teams of lecturers and technicians who have supported us for the duration of our study. To the Rector, her senior management team and their staffs for all the work they do, often behind the scenes, to ensure Falmouth's continued success for many years to come. And to the Board of Governors, who play a vital role in ensuring that Falmouth is doing all it can to improve its students' university experience. Please now join me in a round of applause. I would like to reiterate Professor Smith's thanks to those graduates who took the time to become Falmouth's mentors, ambassadors, and course representatives. Without the support and dedication of these people, your voice may not have been heard or supported, and I definitely wouldn't have been able to do my job. The work done by these graduates has helped to make Falmouth an exciting, friendly, and unique place to study. Last but by no means least, fellow graduates, please join me in thanking all our families and friends, many of whom are here today. I know it can be a stressful time, and believe me, we really do appreciate all your support and the occasional beer money. Now, when I graduated this time last year, I began to think to myself, what do I do next? In a climate where funding for the arts is being cut all the time, it can seem very daunting to attempt a career in the creative industries. However, I would like to share with you a thought which inspired me and I hope will inspire you too. Funding for the arts has always been one of the first casualties in times of hardship. However, history tells us that this only serves to strengthen the resolve of those who take pleasure in them. Those that can adapt, drive change, challenge ideas and say, why not, or let's have a go, have always been those with creative and ambitious minds like yours. As you move into the unknown, remember that you are the next generation of creative thinkers and practitioners. Remember your experiences at Falmouth and that you can make change, challenge conventions, and achieve anything you set your mind to. By being here today, you've already demonstrated that you can succeed. And I would personally like to wish everyone here all the very best for the future, and I hope you continue to succeed in whatever lies in store over the next few years. It has been my honour and privilege to represent you this year. Please have a wonderful day and try not to drink too much tonight. Thank you very much.
I now would like to invite Dame Mary Keegan, Member of the Board of Governors, to formally close the ceremony.
Ladies and gentlemen, guests, and most importantly, graduates, thank you all for returning to Falmouth today to join us in celebrating the achievements of our graduates. Friendships made at university are often lifelong, and I would like to encourage all the graduates here today to take the opportunity to keep in touch with each other and with the University College through the service provided by our Alumni Relations Office. We will look forward to hearing about your achievements and successes in the future and to maintaining fruitful relationships with you. Who knows, you may be on the platform in the years to come. I very much look forward to meeting some of you outside as we move to the next part of our celebrations. It now falls upon me, formally, to confirm that we have completed and fulfilled all the tasks pertaining to our right to grant degrees and honorary awards, and to formally draw this ceremony to a close. Can I ask you please to rise for the procession of the platform party and of the graduates? Thank you.
Today I don't feel like doing anything. I just wanna lay in my bed. Don't feel like picking up my phone, so leave a message at the tone. 'Cause today I swear I'm not doing anything. I'm gonna kick my feet up, then stare at the fan. Turn the TV on, throw my hand in my pants. Nobody's gonna tell me I can't. Nah, I'll be lounging on the couch, just chilling in my Snuggie. Click to MTV so they can teach me how to Dougie. 'Cause in my castle, I'm the freaking man. Oh, yes, I said it. I said it. I said it 'cause I can. Today I don't feel like doing anything. I just wanna lay in my bed. Don't feel like picking up my phone, so leave a message at the tone. 'Cause today I swear I'm not doing anything. Nothing at all. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo, nothing at all.
Sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah. Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling.